Hi guys, it's Miss Ainsley. Today we're doing a sensory activity all about clouds inspired by Eric Carle's Little Cloud book. So, what you're going to need for this activity is a muffin tin, or you could use a cookie sheet as long as you can kind of separate things into piles, shaving cream, coconut oil, marshmallow cream or marshmallow fluff. I have a can of whipped cream as well as frozen whipped cream. And I'm also using cotton balls and regular marshmallows. You can use any mixture of things that are in your pantry that are white and fluffy. Everything that's on my table here is part of a cloud texture, and it's going to be part of a sensory textural exploration activity that we're doing. You could add things like white sprinkles, those little tapioca pearls, yogurt, anything that you have that would constitute a cloud. So I'm going to start to empty my different items into this muffin tin, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the textures, and then you guys will be free to play. You can also use a mixture of edible and non-edible items depending on what your child likes and does not like. If you don't feel safe using non-edible items, then don't use them. It's all up to you. Here's my marshmallow fluff going in. I'm just using a small scoop of each of these. You can fill your muffin tin as much as you would like. Here comes the shaving cream. So yes, some of these have to do with sounds and aren't just textures. You can talk about the sound that they make as they're coming out too. It's also a sensory activity. Here's the whipped cream. And grab a few marshmallows. Alright guys, so now we have everything in our muffin tin. I have the frozen whipped cream or Cool Whip here, the marshmallow fluff, the coconut oil, the shaving cream, the canned whipped cream, regular marshmallows, and cotton balls. Again, this is a mixture of edible and non-edible items, and you can customize this to fit you and your child. And these are a mixture of touch, smell, and sound sensory items. So we are going to, before we start playing and building our cloud, just describe and touch all of these items so that you get a hint of what you can be doing with your child during this activity. So the frozen whipped cream is very cold because it was in my freezer, and it's fluffy and smooth, and it smells very sweet. The marshmallow fluff is sticky and fluffy, also smells very sweet. And if I want, I can taste these because these two are edible. So I can say that they taste sweet also. The coconut oil is oily and also very smooth, and it's not quite white, it's more clear. Also might be smart to keep a paper towel handy as you are going through these items so that if your child doesn't like the texture of one, or you feel like you need to wipe your hands off in between touching them, that's fine too. Just keep paper towels handy. The shaving cream is also fluffy and not very sticky, but it feels a little oily too, like the coconut oil. And this one smells different. It doesn't smell sweet, but it smells very clean and fresh. All right, here we have our canned whipped cream. This is also fluffy and sticky and sweet. makes a sound when you spray it out of the can. Our solid marshmallows are sticky and squishy and pillowy textured. And our cotton balls are fluffy and squishy as well, but they also feel soft. Some other words that I could be using to describe my overall textures and smells in this tray could be creamy, fluffy, soft, dry, sweet or fresh smelling, all these kinds of words that describe these textures. That's something that you can talk about with your child. And another tip is, if your child is a little guy or girl who likes to put things in their mouth and taste things, which is what most pre-K age kids like to do, you can separate your edible and non-edible cloud items into two different trays if you're choosing to do both kinds of cloud substances. That way it keeps it a little more safe and structured, and you know which ones are okay to taste and which ones your child should not put in their mouth. So, now that we've described all of our textures, your child would be free to play as they want. You could draw the letter C for cloud in your substances and explore how that looks. And you can choose to mix these together to build your own cloud. I'm not going to show that today. I just wanted to explore the textures with you. And then you'll be free to play however you want. Remember to talk about these items, taste them if they're taste safe, smell them, feel them. This should be an all-over sensory experience that's very enjoyable, and it's fun to play with clouds. So guys, I will see you for the next activity. Thanks.